All right, enough Milan, enough Liverpool. How about some quick hits instead?
Let's go, Gab.
Inter travel to the Etihad and hold Manchester City to a scoreless draw. Jules, was it that Simone Inzaghi tactical voodoo once again? And is it odd to you how interchangeable his players are? Dumfries, Lautaro, and Pavard all starting on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, tactically, which we expected, really. Very good again. From Inter, the back five, how the fluidity even, interchanging positions, everything you want, the way they can build up as well and beat the City press. They, certainly in the first half, created the best chances, and on the counter, could have done better, should have done better. There's a big one at the end for Damian that I thought Simone Inzaghi was ready to come on the pitch and cut his head off.
So this is where Damian backheels the ball.
Why?
To Barella. So supposedly, Barella supposedly called for it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Damian, I'm assuming, is not the greatest finisher in the world.
No.
Look, when you're effectively a center back running at full sprint and you backheel the ball, not an easy skill, and he really messed it up.
Yeah, but I mean, Dumfries and Damian, maybe slightly more defensive for Damian if you play him as a right wing back than Dumfries. So you could see Bisek for Pavard. But it showed again, I think, how underrated Simone Inzaghi is as a coach to start with, and how good this Inter team is. And yet, City in the second half had chances. Gundogan should have scored, maybe Foden as well. But overall, you go to the Etihad, it's only the second time in the last 36 games or something like that City don't score. So
Erling Haaland, one shot on goal.
Yeah.
Pocket. Did you like that at the end with they
Acerbi?
end up embracing it? Acerbi's inside his head.
He kept pulling it the whole game. Welcome to Italian defending. And before that game, Gabi, Rodri spoke out about fixture congestion and top players facing too many games and having to play too many games, and he used the word strike, which still seems unthinkable.
Yeah, and look, I mean, Maheta Malango, who is the head of the Players Football Association in this country, he spoke about it too, but he said it wouldn't affect domestic games. It's an international issue, international competitions. Like I've said it before, if you have an issue, you have agency. Do something about it. And so credit to Rodri for speaking out. Now we see if they have the follow through. All I'm saying is if you're going to follow through, then you also need to have a conversation that, okay, we get this much amount of money from gate receipts. And in our salary, there is a slice of your salary that comes from the exposure and the revenue that these international competitions bring.
Yeah.
So that this is what you have to put on the line. And the one thing I disagree with him, and unfortunately people keep forgetting this, right? Yes, he may end up playing 50, 60, 70 games a year. Most players do not. The vast majority of your fellow pros do not. And this is the same issue for the players union. The vast majority of these people are not Rodri. They don't get to the final of international competition, finals of Champions Leagues. So, you can't say like he did. He says, ask any player and they'd say the same, that it's time to strike because we play too many games. No. Because it's a different landscape out there. There is no one size fits all. Aston Villa win 3-0 away to Young Boys. Jules, after some early nerves, some early chances, they didn't look back. And it's our boy Tielemans again.
Yeah, Tielemans again. I mean, you would expect the first 10, 15 minutes because it's the Champions League and not many players in that team had played the Champions League. They played in Europe before, but not in the Champions League.
It's not like Young Boys have been like perennials.
No, true. It's a plastic pitch as well, which I think you need a bit of time to adapt to. Young Boys are not very good. I mean, they run a lot and they have a lot of energy, but
They're Young Boys.
That's not enough against a team like Villa. Great first goal on set pieces. We're going to name check again the especially set piece coach, Austin McPhee. Well done. And then after that, they could have scored 4 or 5 easily. Watkins, John Duran had a goal disallowed as well. Rogers was great. Ramsey was great. They're just so lovely and they've got that momentum now. Great start of the season for them. Great start of their Champions League campaign. The day after Gary Shaw passed away as well, one of their club's legends. So I think it meant a lot as a football club and for the fans to get such a great win to start with. Bayern destroyed Dinamo Zagreb 9-2 in Munich on Tuesday and Hurricane scores 4. Gab, are you impressed with company ball?
I am a little too impressed. I mean, Dinamo Zagreb were really, really poor.
So bad.
Equally, and they highlighted this, they scored 2 goals in quick succession, which means that one of the flip sides of if you're going to play this way with these players, you can't let the concentration drop. And by the way, when people say like, oh, but it's the same coach, is this the difference between playing company ball with Bayern and with Burnley is that with Bayern, you will have players that are substantially better. So in some ways, the drop in concentration hurts you more because if you're Burnley, you will lose the ball and then you have to defend. And when you defend, you stay concentrated. So no, looks good so far. I'm happy for Harry Kane. Let's move on.
Yeah.